Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and today I'm joined by Eric.
Hello.
Today we are back for a supersized edition of Santa Barbara. We watched 22 episodes because we're crazy. Well, we're about to go on holiday break, so we wanted to wrap up this Carnation Killer storyline. So today we're going to be discussing things that happened between episodes 130 to 151. So I'll roll the credits and we'll chat. All right, so where to begin?
I was gonna say, so I feel like I'm one of the Capwells now.
So much happened in like the later episodes. I'm like, do I even remember what happened in the first part?
It's the
Yeah.
truth.
So, all right. Where we began, Peter is still presumed innocent for the most part because he has an alibi with the movie theater for the killing of Veronica.
Veronica.
I almost called her Cassandra. Veronica. This is gonna be an issue too. I can't remember a lot of people's names.
It's all right, I have notes.
So I was really proud of Cruz. I felt like he was being a really good cop. He kept like not touching things with his hands, pulling out a rag or whatever. I was like, you're a good cop.
And he figured it out right away. But of course nobody believes him because nobody ever believes the person that knows the
Right.
truth.
He kind of feels like this movie theater alibi is a little too convenient. They go into the bathroom and he sees something on the floor that could have wedged the window open, and he sees that there's marks from the window. But the timeline's not matching up with like where Peter and Joe's mom said that like they saw each other and spoke and stuff. He's like, there's no way he could have gotten to Veronica's apartment in 9 minutes, killed her, and gotten back or whatever.
Right.
And Joe himself even like does the trip twice, he said. I'm like, really? 9 minutes to go back and forth and kill somebody? It's not, no. Good on Peter for thinking about that. But he doesn't buy. He's like, if he was seated all the way in the back, why would he make his way to the front and spill the popcorn on people? He's like, it's like almost like he wanted to be seen. I'm kind
It
of
was a
disgusted.
good, like I'm surprised that Cruz would figure that out that fast because he's like, this could have happened this way, and it was the exact thing that happened, and I was like, that's impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's a good cop.
he's a good cop.
So we're also planning Joe and Kelly's wedding. It's like happening now.
Yeah.
um,
Feel like
and
it came out of nowhere, but
I did too, but then like thinking about what they were saying, because they wanted it to be mid-February, and we basically watched all of February. So I'm like, that adds up with what they said.
it's like,
Uh,
oh, murders are everywhere. Let's get married.
yeah, it's a random time with everything going on.
Yeah,
um, so I can't remember Sophia's reporter's name, like her reporter personality's name.
me neither.
But Eden
I
had
think that was
Cruz look
Cassandra,
into
wasn't
her.
it?
What?
Wasn't that Cassandra something?
Maybe that's where I
I
got
think
Cassandra from.
I think the reporter's name was Cassandra something.
I'll just refer to her as reporter. So Eden, I think, had Cruz look into her, and they find out that she has no connections to any papers. Or was it Mason? Maybe Mason found out that she had no connections to any news outlets, and she's like interviewing the family for no reason, pretty much.
Yeah.
But Eden finds out whether it's from Cruz or Mason. Like I said, it was a long time ago. um, and she meets up with her before the wedding, and she confronts her about this, and they kind of have a heated discussion, and Eden ends up pulling the wig off. And at first Sophia's like, no, don't look at me. But then she turns around and reveals herself. And I really love this like emotional response. Eden was just like, Mama. I was just like, oh, that's cute. I like Eden. This batch of episodes really made me like her. Like, I'm on board.
Same.
I was already kind of coming around to her, but this kind of like, I was just like, yeah, I like her. All right, I'm in.
The only thing that gets on my nerves about this show is I feel like a lot of the couples start angry. Like they always fight with each other and then they end up together. Like I feel like it happens a lot. The only ones that really haven't were Joe and Kelly because we didn't see the beginning of their relationship.
Yeah, but they were on the
Mhm.
outs fighting
Mhm.
all the time when he first got out.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, it just feels like, and I get that for a trope, but like It's
Yeah,
everybody. I
yeah.
feel
The
like.
enemies to lovers trope.
Right, right.
Eden doesn't want any of the other siblings to find out. She basically threatens Sophia, I almost called her Sophie, Sophia to leave.
Sophie.
Sophia ends up going to see Kelly right before the wedding just to like see her and congratulate her, but Eden's there and she's like, leave. The wedding happens while Peter's watching. It's almost like Peter, because he's crazy because of his tumor. It's almost like at points he thinks he's Joe. Because he
Yes.
keeps saying
Well,
this is
yeah.
our wedding. Like he keeps like imagining that everything that's happening is for him and Kelly and not for Joe and Kelly. Amy's baby daddy shows up and is pissed that she did not use the 5,000 or 10,000. I think it was 10,000
Whatever it was to abort.
to get
Yeah.
an abortion. But she did use it for the baby. She used it to like set up the nursery and everything.
Yeah.
And she wasn't gonna
Yeah.
ask him for anything, so it doesn't matter that this baby exists. Like he
Yeah.
didn't
He
want
was
a kid. That's why he gave you money to have an abortion. Like
right. Like, stay away from her. Like, it made no sense why he would even
he
come
was
back.
cool with you not being involved. She took the 10,000. Goodbye. She doesn't want you to have anything to do with it. Rick steps in. They get into a fight. I think he punches him.
Think so.
And I guess all the stress forces Amy to start having like these contractions and cramps. So they bring her to the hospital, and it seems more serious than they initially thought. She might have to have a surgery, but if she has the surgery, I think the baby will definitely die. But if she
So
doesn't have it, she'll definitely die, but the baby won't. Like it's like weird.
I don't think it was the stress. I think it would have happened either way because she has an ovarian cyst.
Mhm.
So I think that wasn't. I mean, it just was a bad time that it happened, but it would have happened either way with or without Jeff there. I think
But
because
so
this
now I'm
could burn.
thinking, I'm like, okay. I'm like, maybe she's not. This baby isn't gonna make it because I'm like,
I
if
didn't
they're
think
saying
so.
she's gonna have the surgery, if she has this, if she doesn't have the surgery, she'll die. So I'm like, they're not gonna kill her. She's the main character. So I'm
Right.
like, this baby's probably not gonna make it. But then it's like she slept it off, and all of a sudden she's fine, and they send her home. I'm like, what?
I
I'm
was
like,
so
they act like it
confused.
was gas. Like what?
I was so confused. They literally were like,
You're
"You
gonna
have to have
die.
a surgery. Yeah, you have to have a surgery. The baby probably won't make it in surgery, or you might die." And then all of a sudden, it was fine. I was like, "Did I miss something?" I think I've like rewound it. I'm like, "Did I miss?" Like, that was really weird. So you basically being a doctor, you said this woman was gonna like lose her life or her baby. Like, shouldn't you have your license taken away if she's like
And then
perfectly
she like slept it off, and they're like, oh, everything looks great. Like you can go home. What?
fine?
The cyst just dissolved? Like, what happened?
I have no clue what's going on with that. That is just bizarre. Like, you basically stressed this woman out. Now
Yeah,
she could probably lose the baby because
right.
you stressed her the fuck out. Like, what? I don't even know what that was about. That was crazy.
Brick was there for the whole thing. He was like by her side. He's gonna take her home. He tells her that he loves her. She's like, I don't want to hear. He's like, I love you. Like he's just like, I love you, I love you, I love you. She's like, I love you too.
And even after, it was it after he saw. Oh no, that's later. Sorry.
So he
Getting
goes
ahead
out
of
into the hall, and Liz Peel is there, and she just came because she wanted to thank him for making her see her potential, that she could create her own art instead of forging other people's. I'm like, shut up.
No, I like this part. I love this part. I thought that was sweet, and she's actually likes him as a friend. Like, I don't think she even is interested in him like that.
Her
She just
personality seems to have shifted. She seems more softer.
yeah. And
Uh,
this is also after was helping Warren, right?
she helps Warren throughout this whole thing. So
Yeah, like well no,
well,
she
okay,
had
so yeah, so that's why she's there actually. So she's like, I'm here to thank you for that, but also she's like, I'm being followed. She's like, I need to get Warren some things. She's like, so I'm gonna pass you a note of the things that I need to get to him. She's like, I would ask Augusta, but I think she's being tailed also. So that's why. So he
well,
agrees to it, and she thanks him, and she kisses him on the cheek. And Amy sees this through the door of the window, and she's like, "How could I be so stupid? I always fall for all these men." After they were like, "I love you, I love you, I love you," so now she misunderstood the situation, and she hates Brett.
right. But and then so are you gonna backtrack to Warren and Liz, how she got stuck with them or
I don't remember how that
well,
happened.
Liz was leaving town. She was gonna leave town, and then Warren was like on the run or whatever because he's hiding from the the cops or whoever the cop is now.
Mhm.
Cruz? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Cruz.
Because he's wanted for Channing's murder.
Mhm.
Um, so then she
Well,
was like, "Hey,
because Sophia slipped the evidence into the wrong jacket. It was supposed to be Lionel's, who's in jail this whole time, by the way, and she put it in Mason, not Mason's, Warren's, and so that's why he's up for suspicion.
yeah, I almost feel like they changed storyline direction with who the killer was, because I'm like, I don't know, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. But it was weird to me.
Sophia visits Lionel in prison, and he kind of finally gets a chance to explain himself that he wasn't the one, because she thinks that he killed Channing Jr.
She says she knows that he killed
Yeah,
them.
but
Like,
he
I
was
don't know what she created in her head, but
okay.
she's
There were like a lot of scenes with him. There was like Augusta visiting him, and I'm like, are they gonna like have a conjugal visit right here? Because there were points where they were touching, and I'm like, in real life, they would not be able to touch at all.
no.
I'm like, unless this is like some kind of white collar prison where they're allowed to do that. But like, she asked if he's had visitors, women visitors, and he's like, how could you be jealous when I'm in jail? She's very jealous and suspicious of him, but loves him.
I want to see him in her position though. I want her to have like a love interest where he feels the way she does, because I feel like she loves him more than he loves her. Because
Yeah,
the way he hops around with Sophia behind her back, he lies to her when she goes to prison, and when when she overheard Sophia being there, she's like, "Who's that?" Like, he's like, "Oh, I don't like whatever." He just makes shit up and lies
right.
so easy, and I hate that because I want her to have like the upper hand.
So okay, so the point where not Mason, Lionel is explaining himself to Sophie, Mason was in the room, and he actually like assaulted Mason and knocked him out. And I'm like, oh, that's gonna be great. He's like the assistant DA, but he's like
Yeah.
explaining the whole story to Sophia, while Mason's there, and I'm like, is he not? I was like, is he not really knocked out? Is he listening to this whole thing? And is he gonna find out this is Sophia? But no,
No.
he was actually knocked out. So we find out that Lionel was there. He was snooping through Channing's bedroom, and he thought that because there was a party going on that nobody would hear him, but apparently Cece did. So Cece and his manservant go into the room while Lionel's like hiding in the closet, lock him in the room unknowingly, and
Right.
then Lionel hears somebody scream, "Oh my god, Channing's dead," or something like that. So he's like stuck in the room. He can't like climb out the window because he's like goers will see him. So did he mention how he got out of the room? Because I don't even think I know how he got out of the room.
No. Not that I know of.
Okay. So now Sophia doesn't know what to believe because she has had it in her mind for 5 years now that Lionel was the one, because she saw him later on because she was there dressed as Dominic, and she saw through the reflection on a mirror of him hiding. So he got out somehow. It's like because he was in the hallway. There's that. So she leaves.
So did Sophia disappear when the kids were like kids? Were they like 5?
Ted could have been, because Ted is like 17 or 18.
Because wasn't she going
He's been
back?
on for like 15 years, I think.
Her
15
whole
years.
thing was she was going back to reveal herself to Channing, right? Wasn't that like to say that I'm your mom, like I'm alive type thing? That's what I got.
Yeah, I think so.
She didn't get to because she saw
Mhm.
the murder.
Right.
Supposedly saw the murder.
I think they've mentioned she's been gone for 15 years. So that would have made Kelly and Eden at least teenagers, maybe,
Right.
or preteens. Ted was a baby. They mentioned that Ted was a baby.
And people see her and they don't recognize her, so
No, Cece has like legit conversations with her as
I was so
as
confused by
as the
that too.
reporter and as the Countess Armani.
Yeah. I'm like, it's like Clark
It's
Kent.
just
Like
the wigs aren't that different, and it's just different like glasses instead of like eyeglasses, it's sunglasses.
yeah.
Like 7 it's not me. Augusta sees Sophia dressed as the reporter, I believe.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
she's like, and she recognizes her, and she like puts it together, and she's like, "Oh God, Sophia Capwell's alive." Now, I guess in her mind, because she knows about the affair, she's the one threat to her marriage. She goes to see her at her hotel, and she basically calls her out on lying about her reporter personality. But Sophia is still in disguise now as the Countess and
Yeah.
speaking normal, pretty much. But she denies that anything that Augusta's accusing her of. At one point, Augusta even sets up a meeting with Cece and the Countess, and she introduces them, and they're just like, "Oh no, we met before." And Augusta's like, "What?" She's like, "She's like, what do you mean you've met before?" So this is like fucking up her whole plan to reveal her.
Yeah,
So Joe and Kelly get married. I had no idea any of the songs that the singer was singing. Joe and Kelly go on their honeymoon, I guess. I don't know where they went. Did they go to like a cabin?
I think so.
And Joe goes to get some groceries, I guess. And this is when Peter gets a hold of Kelly.
Because Peter's lurking the entire time. Like that's his like
I know
storyline.
you text me,
Peter
you're like, I
lurks.
just feel like it's just like Peter lurking, Peter lurking. And then I started
Peter's
watching, and I'm
behind
like, what is he talking about? Stuff's happening.
Peter's behind the tree. Peter's behind the the cabinets. Like wherever he's just like always
Oh,
there. Just-
rewinding a little bit, when they were like getting ready for the wedding, like all Kelly had to do was put her dress on. I think at this point, I was like, "Where is Joe's family?" I'm like, "There's no Jade, there's no Amy, there's no mom." And then literally the next episode, they were all there, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
I know. Like that's what I mean. It felt so thrown together. Like it was
Even
just
Jade, I guess because of the makeup she had on and the way her hair was styled. At first, I was like, "Who is that?" Like, I didn't even know that was Jade.
yeah. Danny was even there.
Yeah,
I was
Danny was
like, oh,
seeing people.
forgot about him.
I guess Danny and Jade are happily in love now.
I
I don't,
guess.
as much as I didn't like Jade, I would have liked to see their relationship like
I
unfold.
that's what I mean. Like that's why it feels very like written for one storyline. It seems like
That could also be because we know that Melissa Reeves doesn't last much longer. Maybe they just
right, but
weren't
they
interested
still,
and they decided they weren't going to write for them, but they kind of had to here and there because they were paying them. Maybe I don't know.
yeah. Well, yeah. I think there's a certain amount of time you have to be on screen or something. But like I don't know. It just feels very uneven, like written storytelling. Like it was like a good mystery. Well, I don't even know how to say mystery because we knew what it was. So I don't even know how to explain it. But then
Uh,
it did feel like certain episodes had more going on. Like when with Liz and Warren like came on to play into play, Amy and Brick like that. So, but like a lot of it was just like Peter. I felt like lurking was a lot, like running around with a gun. Or like it's just I don't know.
Ted and Lakin break up because she just can't deal with the fact that he's accusing Warren and her father of possibly killing Channing. Amy's friend Jackie, whose name I can never remember, and I only know it now because I just finished watching the last few episodes.
I
She's
never
upset because her
remember that.
husband is in like the Navy, I think, and he keeps not coming home for his leaves. The first time he couldn't for some reason, and the second time he had the flu. I'm like, really? That's why you're not coming home because you have the flu? And she ends up confiding in Ted, and I'm like, are they chem testing here? I'm like, this feels so random that her and Ted would be having these moments together.
I like that because I'm like I would like a teacher student thing going on because that's
Well, he's about to graduate, I feel like. Also, he
no
had
it's
some scruff
teacher.
on his face, and I was like, okay, he's looking mannish. I like it.
He's looking man. Yeah, he looked
I'm like, was that an actor's choice? Or are they trying to show that he's so distraught over his breakup with Lakin that he's not grooming himself? Like,
not grieving. Yeah.
whatever it is, I love it. I was like, I like it on you. You look good.
But I feel like they were hardly on. Like they were on in the beginning and then then they weren't really on.
And she like told him, she's like, I don't know, like if I was in the position, I love him so much, I would move heaven and earth to be with him. And I'm like, so basically you're saying your husband doesn't care about you. Also, I feel like she looks different every time I see her. I'm like, who is this?
I feel the same way. I'm the same exact way. I'm like, who is this girl? I don't know
I
why
felt like she
she
looked different at the wedding. I felt like she looked different later on at the hospital towards the end. I'm like, who are you?
I know. Same here.
And it wasn't until they said Jackie, I'm like, oh, that's her name.
You know why? Because we should have probably seen her like in random scenes with the kids, so then that we could get used to her. But then she's just like one random with
They did
Amy
that
and
randomly in the beginning when she first got the teaching job, but they don't show them at school anymore because they don't show the teens,
right.
except for Ted and Lincoln.
That's what I mean. Like they should show them at least once a week, like going to school, talking in between class, like something that to like remind us of them.
I'm enjoying the show. I like what we're seeing, but like you introduced other characters that you're not writing for.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, I like that Rosa and Ruben were at the wedding. That was cute.
Yeah. Of course, because they treat them more like kids than her own kids.
Right. Oh, I miss Santana. You just reminded me.
It
Peter.
would have been cool for Santana to turn up during this mess, because then like it could have threw a different wrench in that. Like because she might be murdered. She should have came back blonde. Like how she started.
Yeah. Uh, oh, Cece announces that he
Mm,
and um
Gina.
Gina are engaged
Yes. I'm
at
like,
the wedding.
right. And I'm like, I would have really liked to have seen them go on a date or two, like something. Like they're just like, I think they went out maybe one time and like she was in bed with him one time. And I'm like, now they're engaged. Like, I don't know. I just felt like uneven story again.
And Eden's not really happy. Eden seems to be the only child that doesn't like her.
Yeah, I
Mason,
think,
Mason a little bit, but he like tolerates her. But Mason's like not welcome at the home because Cece and him are on the outs right now.
but Mason actually handles her pretty well because at one point she's like, please don't fight with your dad, Mason, or whatever. And he actually is nice to her. Like, I thought he was going to be like, shut up, lady. I don't, like, like, I don't need to hear from you. You're not my mom. But like, he actually handled her pretty nicely, I thought, like, at one point.
Well, Mason even before the wedding apologizes to Kelly and Joe for everything he did, trying to keep them apart and trying to get Joe put back in prison.
Mhm.
And they tell him they want him to be at the wedding, so that's how he ended up at the wedding.
Yeah.
But I almost felt like in the beginning when they were investigating the movie theater thing, that him and Cruz were like buddy cops. I was like, this is a different side of Mason.
Yeah. I kind of like that too, actually. It was fun.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I think I like. I mean, I never hated Mason. I hated Mason when he was creepy with Santana.
Well, with any woman, he was creepy with Veronica too.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't know how to act around women.
No, he really doesn't.
Peter has kidnapped Kelly from the honeymoon while Joe was out getting groceries. And he brings her to another cabin. I don't even want to say they were in the woods. It felt like they were in a desert.
They were definitely in a desert.
There were trees, I guess, at points.
Yeah.
And he has her like tied up. I was really hoping this isn't what happened, but he ends up raping her. And at first I thought, okay, maybe he didn't because it looked like he couldn't go through with it, like when the scene afterwards. But then he said we just made love, and I was like, "Ugh, really?"
Yeah.
I was really upset about
Ooh,
that.
yeah, but I guess I don't want to be blasé about it, but like she let him basically because she didn't want to die because
Mhm.
she knew how the other ones were killed. So I mean,
Right, so it almost seems like that's his pattern. He rapes them and then he kills them.
he rapes them and kills them. So she actually was just like, gave in kind of. I mean, she did say no first, but then
Yeah,
she was like, whatever, I guess I have to survive. So whatever, it is what it is.
yeah.
Sadly.
Um, she ends up getting a hold of a knife and she hides it in the cushion. And I guess he brings this weird, very conservative dress for her to put on. It's ugly. I hate it.
Terrible.
She puts it on. I guess she makes him think that they're gonna go at it again. And while he's like kissing her, or whatever, she grabs the knife from under the cushion and she stabs him in the leg. Oh, because she says, "Can you?" At this point, he I guess has trust in her because she's playing along, and she asks him to untie her because they're hurting her wrist. So he does, and that's how she's able to reach the knife and stab him.
Yeah.
So she stabs him in the leg. She ends up running out, and he chases after, or her limps after her. This is where you see some grass and some woods, but then it looks like she's in like the dirt in like a desert.
Where she finds the random RV.
Yeah, she found a random abandoned RV, or maybe the people were hiking. I don't know. But she ends
No,
up in the RV, and there's a
that was an,
chainsaw, and she can't start it.
it was an abandoned RV because remember she was trying to get some water and like she there was something in the fridge or whatever. She's like, oh, like what is that? Like couldn't get like liquid. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Oh, before that,
abandoned.
she falls. There's a rattlesnake, and I'm just like,
Kelly faces all the things.
And then there's like a freaking mountain lion, and I was just like,
Wow.
what?
Where are you? Where is this? Where is this place in California?
So yeah, so she's in the RV. There's a chainsaw, and she can't start it. And Peter somehow catches up to her, like serial killers do, and gets in there, and she like runs to the back of the RV, closes the door, and he manages to start it right away.
Well, yeah. Well, if she didn't drop the chainsaw before she ran in the back,
He could have
like,
kept at it.
right? I'm like, what?
Well, also when she stabbed him, I was like, why didn't you just take the knife with you? Why didn't you just stab and like pull it out?
There was 25 times. Yeah, somebody could have done something to this man, but didn't. In any of these episodes.
In a true horror movie scene, she had her head like against the door or whatever as the chainsaw goes through the door. Like, so I was hysterical laughing because it was so stupid.
It was. I was paying myself.
He was able to run the chainsaw through a plywood door, but it was a pillow that jammed it up. When you threw a pillow at him, I was like, laughing.
I was dying. I'm like, what the hell is happening here?
Uh,
I feel like it would have cut through the pillow, but maybe it wouldn't have. I don't know.
He literally went through a door and a pillow. Is like, there would have been
from the pillow. The cotton from the pillow stuffed it up, I guess.
So she manages to get out of there. He's still chasing after her. Joe and Cruz end up at the first cabin and see blood, and he's like, oh god, Kelly's dead, Kelly's dead. And they're like, no, we don't know that that's her blood. Joe goes for a ride in Jeep out into the desert, I guess.
Wherever they're at.
Yeah. And what happens? Oh, so Kelly finds an abandoned car. These people must be getting eaten by the mountain lions. That's why their things are just abandoned.
You're probably right.
So Kelly makes sure that Peter sees her get into the car, and she rolls out on the other side of the car and rolls behind it. So, and she stuffs a cloth or something, a rag, into the exhaust pipe, and she lights it on fire. So as Peter's like opening the door, the car explodes. Pretty good budget for a new soap opera.
Right. And let me tell you, he cleaned up nicely in the next episode after being blown up.
Joe finds her and he runs to her. They hug, and then he lifts her up so he could be like her knight in shining armor and carries her.
I like that. It was cute.
But we see Peter's like on the side. He just kind of got blown away from the blast. He didn't actually blow up. This was all exciting. I liked it. It was action packed.
It was. I actually did like this stuff. The next part of this situation, I wasn't a big fan of.
So now, I guess they didn't find a body, so they're reporting that he could still be alive. Is that what happened on the radio?
Yes. They couldn't find a body. Yeah, you're right.
And we see this woman talking, being like, oh, what are you doing out here all by yourself? And she like picks Peter up apparently off the side of the road. And at first, at glance, I was like, Nancy, is that you? I was thinking it was Nancy Lee Grant, but it's not. I was like, oh, she doesn't come till May.
Yeah, right.
She looks familiar though. I will say that, the actress. This damn sun's in my eye.
Yeah, she did look familiar.
She hears the report on the radio, and then I thought Peter was unconscious the whole time, but when the report happens, you see him just like looking at her, and she's just like, and the next time we see her, she's at the police station, and we get this whole like backstory that we didn't see of her, that she apparently rolled from the car and he took the car.
Like he attacked her or something.
And then she walked 20 miles overnight. I'm like, oh, it's been overnight already?
At least she didn't get killed.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it looked like it wasn't going to go pretty for her.
She wasn't blonde. She wasn't blonde, so
Oh, you're right.
he
Yeah.
could be like, "Hey, Kelly."
Yeah, right.
Peter makes his way back to Santa Barbara. They decide to have a party at um Joe's family's house. Jade and the mother are not there, even though they live there. I don't.
I know. I know. I was like, "Wait, what?"
Um,
But Amy's there.
Amy's there. Britt comes to see her. She won't open the door for him because she's still jealous about what she saw with him and Liz. And we see the baby daddy at the bar. Apparently, he hired some thugs to beat Brick up or kill him. So they grab him outside and they beat him up. But he gets the upper hand and just like karate and shit, and like he beats up 3 guys.
Mhm.
Now I don't know if it was before this or after this, but he had a scene with Minx, and I laugh every time I see Minx because I remember that you can never remember her name as
Yes,
Minx.
I remembered it this time.
And it kind of goes south because he doesn't like that she knows intricate details about his childhood. He he took care of his mother while she was sick, and she like basically is saying that he's doing the same thing, trying to get close to Amy. He's just trying to take care of her because that's all he knows or whatever. She's kind of saying she doesn't think that they should be together, and he's like, "I love her, and you don't have a say, and whatever."
Well, she says you can't be with her, and that made me nervous. I'm like, are they cousins or brother and sister or
Oh, I
something?
hope.
She said you yeah, she said you can't be with her. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, I can't be with her. Like,
And he storms off, and she's like crying, and I think she says something like she cares about him more than he thinks, or something like that, or that she
yeah,
loves
she
him.
something's going on. Or maybe because he's a Capwell and that's why they can't be together, I'm hoping.
But what would that have to do with Amy? Amy's not a Capwell or
I don't
Lockhart.
know. There's something going on. I don't know.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna be pretty though, I feel like.
yeah.
If it ever comes out.
Um, so yeah, so they're gonna have a party at Joe's family's house.
For some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. Um, and he was trying to lure Kelly there or wait for Kelly to get there. Oh, he also broke into like a gun store and stole like a machine gun.
Yeah, yeah, that was weird too.
Yeah. So he has now Peter's there and he has that group of people hostage with a machine gun. And I guess the police are set up next door or across the street in another house, a neighbor's
Yeah.
house. Finally, Jackie's husband comes home from the Navy and he ends up getting shot. And I'm
Oh,
like, did they really just cast this character just to kill him right away? Because they're trying to set up Heron's head? Like,
so funny. Poor timing, idiot.
and she's like crying over his body and he's threatening to shoot her. And she's like, I don't want to live if he's dead. Like, she just like won't get up. She goes, her husband's dead, but he's not dead. He's like whispering in her ear. So then they somehow convince Peter to let them put the body in the other room so she could just like mourn him.
Yeah.
So they do that and she's crying and he's like, shh, I'm not dead.
Wait,
He is shot though. He is shot.
did we mention that they thought they found Peter dead, or did that not happen yet? Remember there was a body found on the
Yeah, because they
beach?
thought he was dead. Yeah, yeah. This is all before this. They thought he was
Yeah,
dead,
that
and
was
we
the
saw this
music.
blonde body. And I was like, I knew it wasn't Peter, but I was thinking,
Right.
are we gonna get a new character? Like, who is this person? Ended up being nothing. They never showed his face. They just
But
told us.
did Peter kill that person
Oh, I wonder.
to make it look like it was him? I'm not sure because I think that episode was like said on, you know how like they say things that said like the fifth murder or something. I
Mhm.
wasn't sure if he killed that person and like to fake his death or what.
Maybe at that point, I thought the fifth murder was the husband that he shot,
But the husband
and
wasn't dead.
then I never really thought about the blonde body after that.
Right, right.
How did they get out? I don't remember how they got out because
I know he let Amy go at one point.
he let Amy go because she was pregnant, and he
Yeah.
just finally let her go.
Did Kelly come in at that point? Was Kelly there? Or no,
No,
no, she wasn't.
Kelly didn't come in until the end. So, all right, so this is this female cop. Clearly, she's going to be a character at least for a little bit anyway, because they're focusing on her. She's not just some one-off day player.
Right.
She dresses up like Kelly, has a blonde wig, is kind of talking to Peter through in the shadows so that he can't really see her face. When they're setting her up to go in there, she's like, I can like shoot him in like whatever many seconds she says. She says that, but then when she pulls the gun on Peter from outside, she pauses. She doesn't
Yeah.
shoot right away. Like what? Why did you do that? So he ends up shooting her.
Yeah.
And then while all this
Dummy.
happens, this is how they get out. I think Mason, Jackie, and the husband like bum rush the door, and I think that's how they get out.
Yeah, yeah.
But Joe helps also, but Joe is the only one that doesn't get out. So yeah, I don't know why she didn't pause. And then she kept saying, "I thought I was over it. I thought I was over it." Over what? Like in her head, she's like saying it to herself. And
Yeah,
she
that's
was
her
having,
storyline, I'm assuming. She probably has some kind of PTSD.
and I also couldn't get a grip on what her name was. It sounded like they were
Maggie.
saying Phyllis.
Maggie.
It's Maggie? Okay, so it sounded like
Yeah,
they were
look her
saying
up.
Phyllis, but the way cops speak, they usually refer to each other by their last name, so maybe he was saying Gillis.
Oh, you're right. Gillis is her last name, yes.
Alright. So I thought he said
Maggie Gillis.
Phyllis. So the whole time I'm thinking her name is Phyllis. But then I was like, it's probably Gillis."
I don't like her.
You don't like her?
No. No, she's an idiot. She fucked it up.
So what I'm just gonna read into
Why would
this.
they if she had issues, why would you send this person to take care of this like Peter is on a rampage and killed all these people. Like you wouldn't send your worst cop to
Right,
take care of the situation. Like, hey, she has PTSD. Let's send her right in. Like, she'll take
right.
care of it. Cruz did not line that up. I don't think Cruz did that. He would have been better, I think.
He didn't because, like, her superior came and he was like, "This is my unit," or whatever, one of them.
Right.
So he didn't set that up.
Cruz should have put
Um,
on a wig and pretended to be Kelly. Maybe that would have worked.
Also, okay, so I'm gonna read into this a little bit. What probably happened is she probably shot and killed somebody, and she isn't over the trauma or PTSD from that, and that's why she's like, "I thought I was over it. I thought I was over it."
That makes sense.
So now she's afraid to shoot somebody again. Well, then you shouldn't have been on this case.
This is the wrong case for you, girl.
Right. Uh, so, I feel like I missed something. Liz, her appendix burst or something?
Liz?
'Cause I was like, "Why is Liz in the hospital in the bed right next to Gillis?" Because Warren was kinda, like, going back and forth between the 2 beds because they were right next to each other.
I might have missed something too, because I don't even remember her being in the hospital.
It
I'll have
was
to
in
go
the last
rewatch.
it was in the last episode or 2. They ended up
I don't
bringing Gillis to the
remember.
hospital because she was shot against her will, that she didn't wanna go to the hospital. I'm like, "You were shot. How are you not gonna go to the hospital? They're gonna get the bullet out."
Right. Yeah.
But they brought her to the hospital.
I don't
Um,
remember Liz being there at all. That's so
yeah,
weird.
and Liz was in the bed right next to her.
Hmm.
So I was like, "Are they setting this up to be a potential love triangle with Warren, Liz, and Maggie?" You said her name is?
Yeah, maybe. I'm like, that's funny. You lose like one girlfriend in the murders, and then he has two lined up.
True. Um,
And then, of course, remember Warren got off because of the letter. We didn't mention the suicide
oh,
note.
yeah, the letter, that was a big thing. So,
Yeah, that was a huge thing.
yeah, Peter started to write basically like a suicide note,
He was going to kill himself.
but he didn't finish. Oh, he finished it or whatever, and I guess he left it in the typewriter. But then a gloved person came in and typed a confession that they were the one that killed Channing, meaning to make it look like Peter killed Channing, like it was a confession. So that's interesting. Who was that? Who would know Peter was there and like be able to go in and do that and
That's
set
why
all
it
that up?
doesn't. That's why it doesn't make sense that Peter did it. So I must have missed that part. So they just added that to the letter that Peter wrote.
Yeah, they added it to the end.
Peter admitted all his deaths, right? All the killings.
Hmm.
So I guess this is probably like a new storyline or new story arc for this story.
Hmm.
Interesting. I was
Which,
gonna say that's why I felt like it was a cop out blaming Peter, and I'm like, I don't know if Peter would have done it. And the reasoning somebody came up with was like Peter or Channing figured out who Peter really like Peter's past or something, and that's why he got killed. Is
yeah,
what someone said.
which we knew that. We kind of knew that. Because
But
that's
then
what
that's not
they
true.
argued. They argued that we saw that in flashbacks.
Yeah, because I didn't
Um,
think it was Peter. I didn't think Peter would do like kill Channing.
no.
And that would have been a cop out totally if it was him. Oh God. Because
So
I feel like if Peter did kill Channing, I feel like he would have like, killed a lot more people before this storyline. You know what I mean?
so now the cops are telling Peter that he shot Kelly and that she's not going to make it, and she refuses to go to the hospital unless he comes to see her. And he's
Yeah.
like, "No, you're lying." He's like, "She's fine." And they're like, "No, like she's gonna die." And they like play all these phone tricks. They even have Sophie's Sophie. So why do I want to call her Sophie? Sophia's stepson, um,
Moncello.
Marcello, who's a apparently he's a therapist of some sorts, like helping with like how to work this. And they basically Kelly, sound like you're dying. Like just say his name.
Yeah.
Um and they're trying to convince him, they're trying to lure him out, and they basically they give him 10 minutes, or he says 10 minutes before he kills Joe.
Yeah.
Whatever it is a 10-minute timer. In that 10 minutes, Kelly decides to lay down full and like fall asleep. I'm like, what? She wants to help, but they don't want her to. And while all their backs are turned, she slips out. And she makes her way back into the house through the backyard.
Yeah.
And I guess because they have the house surrounded, they get reports that somebody just snuck into the house through the back. And then they notice that Kelly's missing. So now Kelly and Joe are both in the house. Kelly took a gun with her. She didn't check to see if it was loaded.
Where did she get that gun from?
I mean, there was a room full of cops, so she probably stole one of their gun.
I was like, come on.
Unless that was the
Ridiculous.
gun from the cop that didn't shoot Peter. I don't know.
It's like Kelly had all these ideas and like good ideas and like nothing came through for her with any of the things that she tried to pull on Peter.
I guess there was a radio recording of Kelly saying that she loved Peter and wanted to be with him. I'm not really sure because it sounded like it was coming
Yeah,
from upstairs.
it was because he was gonna. Joe had it handled. If Kelly stayed out, it probably would have worked out. But nope.
But Joe also saw that she had a gun, so he was like, "Oh, she's got this." Like,
He
but
was
then the
still
gun didn't
trying
have
to like.
bullets.
He was still trying to stop her, but like I don't know. It's messy.
So she comes out, she points the gun at Peter, and it just clicks, and nothing comes out. So then he goes to shoot, and Joe's like, "No," and Joe ends up getting shot. But he still ends up like tussling with Peter, and he gets thrown out the window. This is very choppy editing because presumably that window is the front of the house.
Yeah.
Next scene, he's across the street on a gurney. How did they get that close to the house to get him over to the gurney? Like what?
I was. Yeah. I know.
I was like, "Ugh, all right."
We have to suspend a lot of disbelief.
Now he feels betrayed by Kelly, and he's like pretty much about to kill her, and she blurts out that she's pregnant. She's not. Or is she? Could she be?
Well, no, she
That would
can't
be
be.
something a soap opera would do. But she's pregnant by a serial killer, and now her husband's dead, and she's just alone and pregnant. She was
Well,
raped by him, so she could be.
yeah, but she wouldn't know this early. She was just raped by him like yesterday.
I know, but what if
I
she
don't,
ends up being pregnant by Peter?
I don't think she will be, but it could be a part of the story. But I don't think she will be.
I feel like they would do that in like now.
And
They
her,
would
and
do something like that.
her and Joe slept together too, so it could be Joe.
Or they could do. They probably won't do any of this, but or they could do where she doesn't know if it's Joe's or Peter's.
And
So
who cares? Because they're both going to be dead, so it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
So yeah, Joe is taken to the hospital. The doctor opens them up, and there's nothing he can do, so he just closes them back up, and basically Joe is dying.
Yeah.
I always knew Joe was killed off. I just didn't know how. I thought he was going to be dead by like episode 60, honestly. Like I thought the recast was going to be in like 5 episodes, and that's it.
Yeah, they I don't know. What I read was the actor wanted to leave to pursue like film and
The recast.
yeah,
Oh,
and so they cut his they let him out of his contract and they killed him off instead of recasting him again.
so why sign up for a soap opera if you're just gonna break your contracts?
Well, I think because like he probably didn't have anything lined up, but then he did. Because if you look, Teen Wolf was out that year, and he did Teen Wolf. He was the bad guy in Teen Wolf.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think like, since that took off, like he probably was just like, oh, I kind of want to pursue. Sometimes shit happens,
Yeah, I
He
guess.
wanted to be a steady actor, but if other things don't work out, you kind of have to sign a contract for other things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not an actor. It sounds like it would be very difficult to go through that life,
Well, that
not
makes sense.
knowing where your next job is and
And
all
why
that.
wouldn't they just recast again? Why would they kill him?
They said they just chose not to. They said they would just kill him and just, yeah. That's what I read. I looked it up because I was curious to know.
Okay, well, that's good to know because I always just assumed they just didn't. They just wanted to take the show in a different direction, and so they just decided to kill him off.
No. Well, I guess I mean, they kind of ultimately did since the actor wanted to leave. So, I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
I feel like it's good for the story because it kind of gives it stakes that they killed somebody important.
I agree. But I actually like Joe and Kelly together. That was well, I don't really like too many people together, but I like when they have so many obstacles that they put them through. And even over these 22 episodes, they put them through a lot. So I was actually like appreciating them. And he gonna die, so it don't matter. Everybody that I get, like I finally like starts like they just kill off. So I'm like, is that how the show's gonna be? Because so if I ship a couple, just worry for them. They're gonna die.
It might not be long for the show.
Nope.
So Matt actually told me because he sent me a picture of like Eden and Cruz, and there was another guy in the picture who was kind of cute, honestly. He says that comes on later in the year. He didn't give me storyline details, but
Okay.
he told me that Robert Newman actually ends up playing a recast of that character towards the end of that character's story. I was like, oh, really? Everybody was on the show.
There's a lot of people. I looked it up too, and there's a lot of people on this show that like we know. So
It's
it's
like
kind of
everybody's
cool.
like, I'm just gonna do a guesting on Santa Barbara.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll do a
yeah.
6 month stint.
In between gigs and stuff. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
So
isn't that
technically,
what?
Josh and Riva were both on Santa Barbara at separate times.
Who?
Josh and Riva from Guiding Light,
Oh yeah,
because Kim Zimmer's on the last couple of years, I think.
right. Isn't that weird? Like they just like leave their soap for a little bit and then go back.
Yeah.
Like that didn't work out in California, came back here.
Right.
I wonder what they did in their I wonder what they did in their lives. Like if they were just like moving to California to take a chance or like what was going on.
So where are we? Because now I'm lost. Ted's at the hospital with Warren. Because of Peter's alleged confession in his suicide note. Warren and Lionel are off the hook,
Yeah.
so Warren doesn't have to hide anymore. Ted apologizes in his own way for ever accusing him and everything that happened. Warren says he doesn't hold grudges. They shake hands. I thought that was very nice.
I would have held a grudge. Told you I didn't do it. Oh,
Told you.
like you had to be on the run and shit, like and get beat up all the time. Like fuck that.
You know what it made me think of when they were chasing each other for those jewels that
Yeah,
Warren hid in the cave, and I was like, "So what does that mean about the jewels then? Like, where are the jewels?
right.
Like, are we done with that story? Like, I never liked that story, but the Amanda and everything, or are we circling back to that after this? Like,
I don't know.
and
I
like
know. I
the,
was
the
like, that
forgeries.
is
Ted finds out from the doctor that Joe's not going to make it, and he has very little time, so Kelly needs to get there. Kelly comes and Ted can't bring himself to tell her that. So he's like, everything's fine. No, he's gonna recover. They said because of her mental state. Like when he dies in front of her, that's not gonna be good for her mental state.
I know,
So
and they asked the doctor to lie too.
so he tells Eden, and Eden's like, you did the right thing. I'm like, no, he didn't. He's going to die. Was it Eden and Cruz or was it Eden and Ted that asked the doctor to lie?
Eden and Ted, I think.
Um, and he says, I'll evaluate her mental state and I'll decide what I tell her. So they find her at the chapel in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was just like the quality of the video, but I guess she had a band-aid on her forehead, but it was the same like flesh color as her skin. And I was like, why is her skin bumpy and peeling like that? And I'm like, oh, band-aid. Like it literally blended with her skin tone. I was like, what
Yeah,
with her face?
it did.
Um, the doctor does not tell her that he's dying. and he tells Eden and Ted or Cruz. I only didn't tell her because she didn't straight out ask me. If she would have asked me, I would have told her. Okay. So she's going to see Joe, who's dying. Apparently, once he wakes up, he doesn't have much time after that.
What's going on with Jackie's Navy husband? Is he
I guess
alive?
he's alive because Ted meets him, and I'm like, oh, is that the end of Ted and Jackie now? Because he's alive. Also, is this the end of Amy's baby daddy being around? Like, I don't know.
I know. I know. Well, me and Angel know from watching so many things that these people always come back randomly. So Peter's supposed to be dead too, right?
Oh yeah, we didn't even say that. So Cruz shut off the power at the house, and he made his way into the house. Oh, because Kelly said she was pregnant. We totally like went off track on this. Kelly said she was pregnant so that Peter wouldn't shoot her. And then they walk, once the power goes out, they walk into the back of the house where the nursery is, and he's like, oh my God, you set all this up for me so quickly. Like, he's crazy. It
Yeah.
was Amy's nursery for her baby.
Yeah. Yep.
And he puts the gun down, and he's like playing with the toys, and now Kelly's kind of like inching towards the gun to try and reach it, but he keeps turning around. And then he like flips and like I guess he wants to have sex in the nursery. Like
Yeah.
and so she puts up a fight. And that's when Cruz comes in and he shoots him. Dead. Shoot him dead, dead. And we see his body being taken away on a gurney covered with a sheet.
Yeah.
So he's dead.
I think
At one
so.
point when he was in the house just with him and Joe, he says Ginger's name. And Joe's like, who's Ginger? Because he's like, where's Ginger?
Well, you said Ginger comes back, so I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
and I'm like, for what? The funeral? Like, she really has no purpose now if Antonio's dead.
Right. That's what I said. That's why I didn't think she'd come back. And then you said she came back, and I'm like, well, I have no idea what it would be for because I know how probably this will go end.
I don't know why. Do you think Ginger wrote the confession?
But why would she kill Channing?
Yeah. Well, not that she killed Channing, that she put the blame on Peter.
Yeah, but that means she probably killed him. Why else would you do it? But then who would even look at her? You know what I mean? Like I feel like no one would even think of her.
Right.
Like nobody even knows her. Or from before, like a couple people. But now they're dead, so it don't matter.
Yeah, because she was like masquerading as Kelly's seamstress
Right.
to
So
show
like,
Peter that she could get to Kelly if she wanted
so
to.
like Joe knew her, but now she'll be dead, or he's dead, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Kelly would probably remember her, but would she think that she killed Channing? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, but maybe it will come to something. I don't know.
Unless she's connected to somebody else somehow and we find that out. I don't know. But
I like Moncello. Was it? Is that how you say his name? Moncello. I hate his name.
Marcello.
Marcello.
Mhm.
And Eden. Something like going with that because she's like, I hate you, and I want your help to get rid of my mom.
Mhm.
And he's like, well, the only way to do it is if we date. And I'm like, is
What?
this gonna be a thing? Because she's even looking like, I don't want to date your ass. Like, I just told you I hate you. What? I mean, I feel like she might not be that desperate to get rid of her mom, but maybe she is. But hopefully she'll tell Cruz and be like, listen, I have to date this fool just to get rid of my mom. So that's what I gotta do. But
Yeah.
I thought those scenes were funny because like she's just like, I hate this man. But yeah, I really like Eden now too, actually, because the way she's treating her mom and all, because her mom's a jerk. Like Sophia's an asshat. Like you just abandon your family, and now you're coming back and you want to be a part of all these things as different people. Like, lady, what are you doing? I'm Team Eden with this. Lionel too. Lionel gets out of jail. We didn't talk about really that Lionel and Augusta too much. Lionel got out of jail. He went to Augusta. Warren came over because now they're all free. Everybody's happy. That's when Augusta made those plans to go see Sophia and
Mhm.
set her up, which we
Mhm.
did talk about that. But it's so funny that like, and Lionel knows something was going on too because he warned Sophia like something's going on. Like I don't know what. Like I don't know what, but just like stay in, don't do anything.
Right.
But she didn't listen to him because she don't like him anyway. I
No.
don't know. I'm confused with these people when they say I hate you because when they say I hate you, they make love the next scene. Like I don't know what to think. But it happens with everybody though. You know what I mean? Like how Eden and Cruz, I hate you. They had sex. Augusta and Lionel fight all the time, have sex.
Yeah.
It's just I don't. It's like a mind fuck. Like you don't know what's going on or who's going to be with her because of this.
Right.
So I guess now Ted and Lakin can get back together, right? All of this is
Yes.
cleared up.
But when Ted told her the truth, like that Warren and Lionel were not guilty, I think he kind of was like on that wavelength. Like, look, now we came back together. And she was like, no. She was like, not after this. So she's kind of pissed at him. But Warren, even when Warren and Ted like made up and like shook hands,
Hmm.
Warren said he's like, I've been trying to work on Lincoln. Like he like is rooting for them, I guess. Like, and he's like, she's stubborn, and Ted's like, yep, that's our Lincoln, stubborn.
We didn't talk about Peter's fourth kill, Candy Fox. When Peter or when Joe and Kelly went, I guess, to a hotel overnight before they
Oh, the
went to their.
prostitute that was hitting on Joe.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was funny. So her name was Candy Fox and was hitting on Joe. And then like even Joe and Kelly were like laughing about it. He's like, yeah, she was a hooker. He like pushed Candy off. He's like, just got married. He's like, sorry, I have no interest. And of course Peter was there and lined her up because he's like, ooh, a blonde. And then that was weird too, because remember, like on their honeymoon night, as like Joe and Kelly were like dancing, Peter and Candy Fox are dancing in their room, and he had like that wedding dress lined up, so he made her wear the wedding dress, and they were like going back and forth. That was really weird. But yeah, I think I don't know why, but Peter had that copy of that tape that Veronica screaming or whatever, and Candy heard
Oh
it.
my god, we forgot to mention that. That was such a good scene too. This is why I was like, oh my god, Cruz is such a good cop. So besides the fact that he wasn't touching evidence with his actual hands. When Mason and him were playing buddy cop, they went to Veronica's house, and Mason mentioned that there was like this orange radio that's always there. She always like had it on while she was in the hot tub. He's like, and
Yeah.
it's not there. So they knew that the radio was missing. So then later on, when Cruz is investigating, he goes to visit Peter at his apartment, and he's kind of just like lightly looking around. And then he goes into the bathroom, and the radio is right there on the counter. So he, like a good cop, doesn't touch it with his hands. And I guess he takes down the serial number of it, maybe to see if that's the one that she purchased. There was
Yeah,
something on the back that he was writing down the numbers. I assume the serial number.
probably.
That's when I was like, he's a really good cop. He's so smart.
I'm confused about this Amy cyst thing. So I don't
Right.
understand. It was a ruptured ovarian cyst. I think she needs surgery still. Like, I don't know if that's going to be a thing in the future or if that was just like, oh, it was a mistake. It's fine. Like, she's good. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither. But she seems pretty happy, and the doctor seemed, I don't know. It was really weird. That's a really weird story.
And then just even her being held hostage, I was like, this is so stressful, and she's pregnant. I'm like, this can't be good for the baby.
Right. Yeah, it was like Amy and baby are fine? Question mark.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to know about like the Augusta Sophia stuff. Like, is she just gonna try to get rid of her? Because now I wonder if Eden will come into Augusta's circle and be like, "Oh, let's work together to get rid of Sophia," because they both want to get rid of her.
This was February sweeps. It took up the whole month. It was 22 episodes.
Yeah, and it made sense because there was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. It was heavily the Carnation Killer story.
Yeah.
Um, and by extension, Joe and Kelly's wedding. But that was the primary focus.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was entertaining, especially towards the end. It was very action packed. Between Kelly on the run, and then the hostage situation. Like I
Yeah.
liked it. It was fun.
I feel like Joe's death won't be that. I mean, it'll only be really impactful to Kelly. Like, I can't imagine it. Like, I guess his family, but at the same time, they didn't have that many scenes with his family, so it's
They did more so with the original Joe. They didn't really with the recast.
yeah, yeah. And I feel like they should have kind of sprinkled it in here and there, just so we care a little bit more.
There was even a time where Joe wasn't seen for like 15 or 20 episodes because I
Right.
remember when the title was like first episode appearance since like episode 65. And I was like, what?
Right. They even did that with the first Joe. Like remember he was gone for like a lot. I remember he got attacked by the shark and then he was off for like 15
The
episodes.
shark. Yeah.
Like I don't know what their plan was with Joe, but it feels like it never was like a good one. Like they never had like a good focus with him, even though it started out pretty strong with like he was the killer of Channing,
Hmm.
supposedly. I don't know.
They
I feel
probably
like
had like they probably had like a vision for the show, like a storyboard for it.
right.
Then like once you kind of see how the actors work together and their chemistry, you kind of have to shift focus and rework things.
I don't know. I can't imagine like where it can go now because I just feel like everything's so up in the air and like now this story's over. Now what?
Yeah, I don't even believe they're gonna have like a legitimate like funeral for Joe.
Yeah, right. Will his family be there? Probably not. Amy will be, who we like never interacted with, maybe
Right.
once or twice. So weird.
But well, we're actually gonna watch episode 152 for Patreon. So you can head on over to Patreon and watch that with us. I guess that'll be Joe's death episode.
I guess so.
It's considered to be the finale of the Carnation Killer, even though Peter's dead. But I guess Joe's death is the final death in that story.
Yeah, I
Because he was
guess.
shot by Peter, so technically Peter did kill him. I'm pretty happy. You know, I loved Peter, but once he got rapey, I didn't love that. The actor is very attractive.
He got rapey.
Yeah, I liked him crazy, but once he got sexually assaulted, I didn't like that.
I feel like he's gonna end up haunting Kelly somehow. I don't know.
Maybe.
I
I
feel like
don't
she's
know.
gonna have visions of him because that's the only thing I could see happening with Kelly. Because what else can? She's gonna be devastated of the loss of Joe, and then you know,
Well, Kelly's already having PTSD flashbacks to every attack he did. Like we've already seen flashbacks of her stabbing him with the knife, the chainsaw,
right?
like the car blowing up.
Like I can see her go in like a mental institution sort of way,
Yeah.
which could be fun.
But all right. I guess we will wrap things up. This is our final Santa Barbara recap for 2025. And like I
Happy
said,
New Year.
yeah, Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2026. Um, God knows where we go from here. But like I said, head on over to Patreon and you can watch episode 152 with us, the finale of The Carnation Killer. And as always, you can find us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps, and we will see you in the new year. Bye.
Bye.